we count down to the NFC title game, a lifelong Lions fan has quite a story to tell. It starts in a locker room way back in 1957. Since the Lions made the playoffs this year, we've heard a lot about the last time they made it this far, the early 1990s.
Yeah, but some fans of a certain age remember even better back in the 1950s. The Lions were a real power then. Victor Williams live at Ford Field. Victor, today you met a guy who witnessed that last championship and came away with some pretty darn good souvenirs.
Yeah, that's right, Devin and Karen. You know, this guy has been a part of the journey for pretty much his entire life, and he's got the gear to prove it.
Right there.
Reminiscing in a photo book of the past, 75-year-old George Gimbus has been rooting for the Lions since he was 9 years old, and it's no different now.
I like the new guys they have. They've brought life to the team. St. Brown, Gibbs. I'm happy for, Hutchinson, local guy.
Back in 1957 is when his loyalty for the team started, when he got the special chance to go into the locker room from his next-door neighbor at the time, defensive lineman Stan Campbell.
He took me into the locker room after this 49er game, coincidentally, since they're playing the 49ers this week, in November 17th, 1957. And I just walked around like a little kid with this program.
Later on that same year, he received his most prized possession.
And Christmas, Stan Campbell gave me this autographed football. And it's like, whoa.
It's been autographed by nearly every single player on the team at the time.
This is really cool.
And believe it or not, the discussion has already begun about what's going to happen to the ball when George is no longer here.
Another friend of mine said, no, this is really cool. We got to put this in a case, because I had it in a plastic bag. So it is actually in my will, and with his name in it, that he can have the football. And I did tell him, I talked to him about a week or two ago, that I said, I saw one that just sold for $4,000, but I'm not selling. You get to have it.
And we heard George talking about how much he loved watching Aidan Hutchinson, and coming up at 6 o'clock, we're actually going to be talking to some of the folks that knew him in high school, because he's a local guy that went over to Divine Child High School. So once again, that story's coming up right at 6. In the meantime, we are reporting live at Ford Field. Victor Williams, Local 4.
Stan Campbell.
Love it.
Come on, baby. That's fantastic. All right, Victor.